Hey guys, Sarah Richardson here. Today I want to talk to you guys about parenting plans, and in particular, parallel parenting plans. This is something we've been hearing about from our clients a lot lately. There's a lot of questions and curiosity about what that means, what that looks like. What is a parallel parenting plan? So most people are familiar with a sort of traditional co-parenting model, and that involves a lot of communication between the parties, a lot of interaction, and a lot of joint decision making, because your parenting plan is ultimately going to decide what parenting time you get, how custody is exchanged, your rights to contact the kids and when. It sets a lot of parameters on that kind of parenting time, and it dictates how decisions are going to be made. And so that's an area where there's room for a lot of conflict. And so if you're not able to do a sort of standard co-parenting plan where you have to generally be on amicable, friendly terms with the other parent, you might consider a parallel parenting plan. And so a parallel parenting plan at its core assumes that both parents, you have to accept this, that the other parent, for all the faults and all the, you guys can't get along, and all the conflict in your personal relationship with each other, you have to accept the premise that they do love the child, they do care for them, they are going to do what's right for them. In the end, they may not do it the exact way you would, but they are going to do what they think is best for the kids, and the kids are safe, happy, healthy, loved with that other parent. Now, that being said, folks on a parallel parenting plan, often they don't get along. So the goal is to minimize conflict. We want the kids to not see mom and dad fighting with each other. We don't want them to see that kind of nastiness. They don't need their memories of their parents and their childhood sullied by that. It's not in their best interest. So this parallel parenting plan minimizes opportunities for that to happen. And it does that by limiting the number of in-person communications and limiting the number of written communications. So you're going to not have a lot of opportunities to see each other in person. Custody exchanges are probably going to happen maybe at school or daycare. So mom drops the kid off in the morning, dad picks the kid up in the afternoon. They didn't have to see each other and the child got exchanged. That's an easy one. On the other side, maybe we don't all go to doctor's appointments. Maybe mom takes little Susie to all of the annual well visits, and maybe dad takes him to all the dentist visits. Both parents are getting to be really involved. Both parents are present in the child's life, but they're not present at the same time. So then, how else can we minimize that conflict? We can also use things like co-parenting apps. So we may say in a parallel parenting plan, parents are not going to communicate in text, email, they're not going to talk to each other on the phone, they're not seeing each other at custody exchanges, so they're not going to talk then. They're only going to talk in writing. They're going to have a limited number of messages they're even allowed to send. And it's all going to be through something like a co-parenting app. Something like Our Family Wizard or App Close. These apps are designed for this kind of situation. They make sure all the messages are saved, neatly organized under a subject header that you can set. There's a shared calendar feature in there. You can share notes, documents, expenses, everything in one central hub for both parents. And that way, you don't have to communicate on so many platforms. It's not as intrusive into your life as, bing, bing, bing. We've got lots of text messages. It's all through this app. And a lot of parents really like that. And it minimizes the amount of communication and potential for conflict between the parents. And that's the goal of the parallel parenting plan. So if that's something that you are interested in, we'd be happy to talk more about that with you. We are always happy to help our clients come to a creative parenting plan solution.